Canada's governing Liberal Party has chosen former central bank leader Mark Carney to succeed Justin Trudeau as the country's next prime minister. The 59-year-old won with a nearly 86% support in a vote Sunday, and in his acceptance speech, Carney referenced recent tensions between Canada and the U.S.
My government will put into action our plan to build a stronger economy, to create new trading relationships with reliable trading partners, and to secure our borders. And my government will keep our tariffs on until the Americans show us respect.
Carney is expected to quickly call a general election. The Liberal Party has seen a boost in polling since Trudeau announced his resignation in January and following President Trump's trade threats with Canada. CBS News correspondent Shanelle Kaul joins us here in Studio 57. So tell us more about who Mark Carney is, Shanelle.
Well, this is someone who is a familiar face in Canadian politics. You mentioned he was head of the Bank of Canada, and this notably happened during the 2008 financial crisis. So a lot of folks believe he's bringing that strong economic portfolio to the job. He will now take over as prime minister of the country, and this comes during this really tumultuous time between Canada and the U.S. under the Trump administration. You heard there in his victory speech last night, he really addressed the president head on and talked about Canada's sovereignty. Listen.
We didn't ask for this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. But Canadians are always ready when someone else drops the gloves. So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
All right, so the timing here is really interesting. Carney will now take over as prime minister, but just until the next federal election.
Okay. So, yeah, tell us about how this Canadian process works and how soon that election could happen.
So you remember Justin Trudeau stepped down. That sort of triggered this Liberal leadership race. It's a little bit like the primaries here in the U.S. So now we know Mark Carney won the Liberal race, and he will step in as prime minister. If you're wondering how long until the next election, it's sort of still up in the air, but we do think this will happen soon. Mark Carney does not have a seat in Parliament, so there's a couple of reasons why this could happen soon and why political pundits expect that to happen. Number one, the situation is very fraught between the U.S. and Canada. Number two, you mentioned this off the top, the polls are very interesting. The Liberals now seem to be doing well. A lot of that is coming because there is this sort of resurgence of nationalism in Canada around the anti-Trump rhetoric.
All right, so there's a lot of news coming out of Canada. We're going to ask you about this also because Ontario imposed a new surcharge on electricity exports rather. So this affects New York, it affects Michigan, it affects Minnesota. And you actually spoke with an expert about this and the impact. Who did you speak with and what did they tell you?
So I spoke to the Energy Minister of Ontario earlier today, Stephen Lecce. He says that their data points show that this will impact about 1.5 million Americans in those three states that you mentioned. They also say it will cost America about $400,000 each day that 25% surcharge is in place. So the numbers here are really big, and they say that's the point. The minister says he wants to hurt Americans, everyday Americans. He wants them to feel that financial pinch, especially the ones who voted for Trump to fix the economy. So I asked the energy minister earlier today, well, what happens if America just buys its energy elsewhere? Here's what he said.
If you're not buying them from democratic Canada, then you're going to have to buy them from despotic regimes abroad, be it from Putin or from China or from other authoritarian regimes who do not share our strategic geopolitical interests and democratic values. So I want to believe that cooler heads will prevail.
And we should mention as well, Lindsay, that the impact of this could go far beyond just those three states that we're talking about that border Ontario, because what happens is states like Michigan, New York, and Minnesota will get that energy from Canada, and they'll also upsell it to other parts of the country.
All right. Very interesting. Shanelle Kaul, thank you.